President of ECOWAS Commission, Jean-Claude Cassibro, has said that the Commission is rounding up its resilience program on food production with about $750 million investment for over 4 million beneficiaries in the region. Jean stated this during the presentation of the committee report at the ongoing ECOWAS Parliament 2021 second ordinary session held in Nigeria's capital. He said efforts have been made to mobilize grains in the region in order to tackle the shortage of agricultural produce in the sub-region. Statistics show that as of June to August 2021, about 2.8 million people will probably face a food crisis situation or worse in the ECOWAS region. This is due to the emergence of security threats or the COVID-19 pandemic as a result of the restriction of persons and goods in the sub-region. Members of the parliamentarians are worried over the high rate of poverty across member states, thus calling on the ECOWAS Commission to build on an early warning mechanism to surmount the challenge of food insecurity in the region.
On programs to support countries, we are bolstering agriculture and ramping up our support for reserve, and we have intervened a lot to support several countries to mobilize grains in order to address some of the shortages in some of these countries. And so we are trying to beef up our stock, and with the support of the World Bank, we are trying to round up our resilience programs in the food sector at about $750 million, which will go directly to over 4 million beneficiaries.
Speaking during the session, the first Deputy Speaker of the ECOWAS Parliament, Honorable Ahmed Idris Wase, worried that most of the member states now import tomatoes and milk, hence they need to leverage the region's agricultural produce through empowerment and infrastructural development for the benefit of the people.
Here I want to say emphatically that it's not a good year for agricultural production. I'm worried in terms of how will secure our people, how people are going to be secured in terms of the agricultural produce. Yes, some of our own sub-regions are importing tomatoes, milk from other countries. What is the effort of the Commission doing in terms of ensuring the stability of our sub-region and then empowering our people, making them self-reliant?
Meanwhile, head of the Sierra Leone delegation, Honorable Chanoba, noted that the debt burden of most member countries has increased to over 60%, hence posing a lot of challenges to food security in the region. Adding that the issue of poverty and lack of food has to be addressed holistically to secure the region for future generations.
When signs come up, they must be addressed. The economic outlook for the sub-region, like most parts of the globe, is a challenge. But considering the level of our poverty and lack of food security, it makes it difficult for some of us. The debt burden in some countries have increased over 60%. The average you mentioned is the 60% limit for the sub-region. But again, in some countries it has gone past that, and that is causing a challenge.
The MPs believe putting appropriate policies and structures will boost cooperation and discourage the importation of goods in the ECOWAS sub-region. Vincent Okushi, QTV News.